Okay, next we are going to talk about the manufacturing process of the blockwork. Okay, so before we go into detail on how we can manufacture the blockwork, let's have a look on the materials needed, the raw materials needed in order to produce blockwork. Okay, so basically the concrete block or blockwork itself are manufactured from, of course, cements, aggregates, water, and some admixtures, for example, like coloring agents, air and training materials, water repellents, and also other additives that to make the blockwork lightweight materials. Okay, so among these raw materials, the aggregate are the most important materials. Okay, because this aggregate will make up 90% of the unit by weight. Okay, so the last usage we are going to use aggregate. However, even though aggregate is very important in the manufacturing of the blockwork, but admixtures also play a great role in the production of the blockwork, because it could help the blockwork to increase its plasticity and also workability. But the usage during the production of the blockwork is very limited. Okay, the admixtures they play a big role, play a key role, but the amount used in the manufacturing process of the blockwork is very limited. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we can use some as mixtures, for example, like coloring agents, okay, to produce a colorful blockwork. Okay, we can use and training materials, okay, in order to allow a greater compaction, okay, and also to increase the workability and the strength of the blockwork itself. Okay, and also to produce a lightweight material. Okay, so that's the usage of air training materials, and we also can add some water repellents, of course, for apa ni kali saya lah. Okay, water membranes. Alright, so when we have these raw materials, the first step the sequence of the manufacturing process. Okay, even though after this I'm going to show you the sequence of the manufacturing process, which is consisted of 4 main processes. However, before we start, we must make sure that all these components must be properly stored. Okay, so we must properly store the materials in order to avoid damage to those materials lah. Okay, so after that, the first process that we have to carry out is we are going to mix all these materials. Okay, so in this example we are using machines lah. Okay, later on after this video, so I'm going to attach one more video to show you the manufacturing process of the blockwork, okay, using machine. Okay, but in some manufacturing companies in Malaysia, they are using manually. Okay, because they don't want to spend much money on buying an equipment. Okay, they mix it manually lah. Okay, so after we mix all the materials, we are going to pour it in the molding unit. Okay, also using machines lah. Okay, if you are a big company, you can buy machine, you can use machine. But some company, they are only buy the molding unit only. Okay, so they manually they pour the mixing materials tadi into the mold. Okay, tapi ada some companies yang gunakan machine lah. Alright, and then after that, after the all the materials has been molded and the blockwork has been molded, then we are going to cure it. Okay, kita keringkan dia. Alright, in order to cure the blockwork, we can go through 2 processes. It's either we are going to use a low pressure steam kiln, or we are using what we call it as an autoclave high pressure kiln. Okay, like this in the example. Okay, we are using in this diagram, it show the example of the autoclave high pressure kiln. Okay, means that kita beli satu machine, specific machine untuk keringkan blockwork kita. Okay, ini proses dia lebih cepat, and bila proses lebih cepat, production kita pun lebih pantas lah. Ataupun if we don't have enough budget to buy this machine, okay, we can apply low pressure steam kiln whereby kita akan keringkan the blockwork tadi in 1 to 3 hours in a room temperature. Okay, ataupun kita kadang some of the companies I've visited one blockwork companies in Gambang, Kuantan. Okay, they just letak kat tanah lapang dikeringkan manually. Okay, so but takes time lah. Okay, compared to using this autoclave high pressure kiln. And finally, we are going to move to the next step, which is cubing. Okay, so this one kita akan stack the blocks into a cube of 3 blocks across by 6 blocks, then put it into the storage. Okay, as you can see, 3 blocks susun 3 and across dia adalah 6. Okay, dalam bentuk cubic. Okay, and then forklift akan angkat dan letakkan dalam storage. And then after that, the last step barulah kita deliver lah to the site. Okay, so that's the basic manufacturing process of the blockwork.